Have you ever felt stuck, lacking motivation, and wondering how to break free from that cycle? Or have you ever wondered why some people seem so naturally motivated while you struggle to find the drive just to get up and get started? If you've ever experienced those moments of feeling stuck and unmotivated, you're not alone. In this video, we're going to explore some of the reasons behind those roadblocks, but more importantly, I'm going to share some of the strategies that you can use to help you increase the level of motivation in your life. So stick around, because by the end of this, you're going to feel so much more confident to go out there and motivate yourself to achieve the goals that you've always wanted to. Before sharing some of the ways to help you increase your level of motivation, I thought it would be helpful to understand the motivation cycle. The motivation cycle is basically you take action first, then you reward yourself for that action, and then you're motivated to take action again. You're not always going to feel motivated. Not everybody's going to wake up every single day feeling motivated to get up and go out there and just achieve all of their goals and dreams. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes motivation starts by taking action first. And then what you need to do is set milestones for yourself to make those goals a little bit more achievable, and reward yourself every single time you hit that milestone. So first, identify your goal, your want, your need, whatever it is, identify what that is, and make a plan and start taking action towards that goal and set milestones. And every single time you hit a milestone and you achieve it, reward yourself. It could be anything that you like, just something to help keep you going. And when you reward yourself, you get a surge of dopamine in your brain. And the dopamine is what actually creates the motivation. It's what helps you stay motivated for longer, and then you repeat the cycle again. The release of dopamine is associated with the reward system in the brain, which is why taking action first can lead to greater levels of motivation. By following this cycle, you can learn to build routines and habits that you can incorporate into your life that will help generate motivation consistently. Now that we understand the motivation cycle, we can get into the ways that can help you increase the level of motivation in your life. The first step is to find your why. And what does this mean? It means to find your purpose. What are you passionate about? What do you love doing? What do you dream of doing? And for some people, this can come easy, but for others, it might not be so easy, and it's totally okay. Think of it as a journey, right? You're discovering yourself and you're figuring yourself out. You can do this by journaling, by taking walks alone in nature, and really reflecting on yourself and just really trying to get to the core of who you are and what makes you tick. What is your purpose in life? And it could be anything that you love. Once you find your why, once you find your purpose, that's going to be the driving force that's going to help propel you forward so that you can constantly keep moving to get to that goal. The next thing to keep in mind is to not think and just do it. Don't even think about it, just do it. A lot of us fall into the trap of procrastination. The longer you take to think about something, the more likely you're just gonna dwell on it and just procrastinate even more. A book that I read recently that I loved, I highly recommend it. It's by Mel Robbins. It's called The 5-Second Rule. And basically what she talks about in the book is you have about 5 seconds to think about something before your brain starts coming up with different ways of why you shouldn't do the thing that you're thinking about doing. So before you even give it another thought, just count down from 5 to 1 and then get up and do the thing that you're thinking about doing, as long as it's to your benefit. So if you're laying in bed and you're thinking about hitting the snooze button again because you're so tired, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and go. Don't even give it another thought. Or if you're thinking about going to the gym, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and go. Don't even give it another thought. The longer you wait, the longer you're just going to procrastinate and potentially not do it. So get up, do that thing, take the steps to get moving and make the effort and be courageous. Get up and do it. The next thing is mindset and self-talk. Your internal dialogue is so important, way more than you probably think that it is. We talk down to ourselves so often, so much. And whenever we talk down to ourselves, we're kind of like killing our spirit a little bit. When we make a mistake, we're so quick to just, oh, you're so stupid, I'm so dumb, why did I do this? But when our friends do the same thing, we don't call them stupid or dumb. We try to build them up. We need to be doing that to ourselves. We need to build ourselves up. So don't talk down to yourself. Encourage yourself. You need to hype yourself up, like really, really hype yourself up. Be your biggest cheerleader, because you're the one at the end of the day that's going to get yourself across the finish line. No one is going to carry you on their back and do it for you. You're going to have to do that for yourself. Even when it comes to something as small as someone giving you a compliment, take it. There's some people that I know where if I give them a compliment, like, oh, your hair looks nice, and they'll make an excuse like, oh, it's okay, I don't really like the way it looks today. No, take the compliment. At the end of the day, nobody notices your flaws the way that you see them. So if you point something out, then that person is going to start seeing it more. They might not have ever seen it there. They genuinely, if they're complimenting you on your hair, it looks nice, that means they genuinely believe it. So take the compliment. Don't put yourself down. When you put yourself down, you crush your sense of worth. And what does that do? It lowers your dopamine, which will then in turn decrease your level of motivation. You're not going to feel like doing anything because you don't feel good enough. Because by putting yourself down, you're also lowering your confidence and you're lowering your self-esteem. And why would you want to do that? You're the most amazing person in your life, so start acting like it. Next thing is to set achievable goals. The key word here is achievable. We all have big dreams and aspirations, but we're not going to say, I want to climb Mount Everest and then go climb Mount Everest tomorrow without absolutely any training. No, you have to prepare yourself. You need to train for it. And it could take months, if not years. So set achievable goals that will lead to that bigger goal. What I like to do is break my goals up by daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. So in the beginning of the year, I wrote down all of my goals and some examples that I wrote for me. For my daily goals, it's to drink more water because I'm really bad at drinking water, wake up early, and make it a habit to make my bed every single morning. Because for me, having a nice, clean, organized room actually lowers my level of anxiety and my stress. So I make an effort to also make my bed every day. My weekly goals are to go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, do a different kind of activity. So for me, I incorporated yoga into my routine as well. And I'm making an effort to journal at least 4 to 5 times a week. That's my goal for my weekly goals. For a monthly goal, an example could be to save a certain amount of money. That's my goal as an example. If you're trying to pay down debt, or if you're trying to save money to go on a vacation or to buy a house, make it a goal to set aside a certain amount of money every month. And some examples of yearly goals could be having an X amount of money saved up by the end of the year. It could be having a certain amount of debt paid off. It could be starting the business that you've always thought about starting, or crossing that, marathon off of your bucket list. You trained for it, you ran it, you did it, and you achieved that goal. So those are some examples of yearly goals. By setting goals, it gives you something to look forward to. And it goes back to the motivation cycle that I talked about in the beginning of this video. Set an intention. What do you want that goal to be? And then start taking action towards it by making a plan, setting what the little achievable goals are in the middle that are leading up to that big goal. And then every time you achieve one of those little goals, you hit one of those milestones, reward yourself and really, really be proud of yourself. Hype yourself up. By celebrating your accomplishments, it's going to keep you staying motivated. Finally, the last thing I want to talk about is the locus of control. The locus of control is a psychological concept based on the degree to which a person believes they have control over the events and outcomes in their lives. There's an internal and an external locus of control. You can have a balance of both, but some people tend to sway towards one more than the other. People that have a strong external locus of control, they attribute a lot of their successes and failures to external circumstances versus the amount of effort that they're putting in. And so people with a strong external locus of control might feel like they're less in control of their lives and more influenced by external factors. And on the other hand, people with a strong internal locus of control believe that they have control over the actions and outcomes in their lives. They attribute their successes and failures to the effort that they put in, and not so much on external factors. When you have a strong internal locus of control, you're not going to let a closed door stop you. You're going to find another door. And if you can't find another door to go through, you're going to build a door and go through it yourself. You're going to do whatever it takes, and you're going to pave the way in order to achieve your goals. You have to feel like you're in control over your own life and that you're responsible for the things that happen to you in order to stay motivated. Yes, there are some times where some external factors do come into play. However, it's like they say, where there's a will, there's always a way. And that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you are looking for other content similar to this, I've linked a couple of my other videos down below in the description, so please check them out. If you have any other topics that you'd like me to discuss in the future, leave them in the comments section below and I'll be sure to read it. Thank you guys again for watching.